Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, and it's my day of meditation. And I thought that I would come on here real quick with a few inspiring messages to get you through the week. Welcome to my channel, Coffee Time with Grandpa. I am Grandpa, and I'm welcoming everybody. It doesn't matter what background you are from, what religion, what political uh, groups that you're with, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent. It doesn't make any difference. Uh, this is a pagan channel. And what I mean by that is that I go by the old ways. I honor nature, and I live my life very simple. There's not much of a complexity to my life. I have a daily routine that is very, very boring to people, but it's one of my ways of showing everybody through these videos how I live my life and how I get through certain types of stress, how to get through becoming older and becoming a senior citizen. And as each year that goes by, you get older. Uh, my channel is basically geared towards the senior citizen mainly, but a pagan senior citizen, because I live a very pagan life. I want to really send out a shout out to all the people that were protesting yesterday around the world. I was watching the news very closely, and I was surprised of how many people turned out. They're saying millions of people worldwide turned out for these No King rallies around the world, and I was following the ones really closely in Boston, in the United States, and New York City, in all areas of the country. In California, there were big protests. Denver had big protests, and they were all peaceful protests. There wasn't anything vicious or nothing about it, and there was no rowdiness. Everybody was singing. It's sort of like a kumbaya type thing, uh, singing songs around the campfire. And I just really enjoyed watching everybody in their funny costumes, and their portrayals of the political side of their views that they had. It was just something remarkably to see, and I am so happy I have lived long enough to see how America stands up for democracy. And it just shows you how our government, how how bad of a position our government is in right now, because the people are just not buying it anymore. And I hope I live long enough to see what happens. So I want to make sure that everybody gets registered to vote coming up, because the midterms are coming up, and I am just curious to see how this all turns out. Um, it's just everybody seems to be motivated, and I am just happy that we had the No King rallies, and I respect all the beautiful souls that came out and protested. Um, I love a cup of coffee in the morning. Now, here in Nebraska, uh, we had frost last night. Let me give you a quick rundown. The temperatures dropped down to the 20s. I think the lowest it got was like 27, 28 degrees, which was enough to freeze our plants and what was remaining in the garden. Later on, I'm going to go out to my garden and check to see what survived. But there are several days this week coming up where it's going to dip below 30 degrees. So it's the end of the growing season here in the Panhandle where I live. Um, it's just remarkable to see how the different seasons change, and now we're leaving uh, the summer months behind, and we're in fall, but we're just on the tipping point of being entering into the winter season here, because Nebraska doesn't really have much of a fall. We generally go in from warm weather right into cold. The wind starts blowing because we live really close to the Rocky Mountains. It's the Rocky Mountains is only 2 hours away from here by car. So we have some turbulent weather coming, and the north winds are going to be coming down from Montana and through South Dakota, North and South Dakota, and coming from Canada. And it's going to start dipping down, but we generally during the day right now for another week or two, we have. We have some warm weather during the day, but at night it really gets chilly. I had to I had to turn on a little heat last night because it was so cold. That's how cold it got last night. So, but I just so much enjoy the fresh air here in Nebraska. I have been living in Nebraska for almost 7 years now. I'm originally from West Virginia, and the weather in West Virginia is so much different than here. Because here in Nebraska, we have a semi arid type weather. It's a semi arid desert type weather. Not a lot of trees grow here. The only thing that really grows, unless you're watering them, is pine trees, because we are so close to the Rocky Mountains. The elevation here is quite high, so the clouds are very low in the sky here a lot of times, and it's just such a beautiful scenery around here. I just love living in Nebraska. Now, before I go on these long rants, I want to make sure that I discuss a little bit about the topic that I picked for today. And I thought I would pick a more spiritual topic today to talk about since it was Sunday. I want to discuss. People don't seem to understand what is really happening in the world. Uh, because we are in a transition phase. Now, let's put our astrology hat on or our pagan hat on, and let's talk in those generalities, because what we are living in a time where when I was growing up, we were living in the age of Pisces, okay? Uh, and that in the 50s, it was the age of Pisces. But once we transitioned over into the 60s, 70s, and 80s going up, we started transitioning into the age of Aquarius. And that basically meant that we went from one sign, our our position in the solar system went from being uh, in the point of the sky of Pisces, but now we're entering into the age of Aquarius. And this is where this philosophy comes about of the old world and the new world, because we left the old world behind. We're in a transition to the new world, the age of Aquarius. And that is supposed to be the golden age coming up that everybody talks about. It's a lot like the golden age that you read in books and literature books. A lot of times they talk about the golden age of Atlantis. They went through a golden age before they were totally destroyed, and the whole thing went into the oceans and disappeared, according to theology and tradition. Now, we are living in a similar age because we are living in an age of great scientific leaps and bounds. Just look, in one generation, we have gone from having telephones in our homes that were hooked up to wires to a cell phone now. The remarkable thing about a cell phone is you can go anywhere with it. You can charge it up and go anywhere. And cell phones have become so powerful, it's like having a mini computer now. And we are so fixed on technology, and technology is supposed to be growing by leaps and bounds now. In the coming years, we're going to be seeing miracles happening all over the world. Our lives are going to be changing for the better, by the way, because we are leaving the old, nasty, negative world behind, and we're creating a more positive, sustainable world for us, for our souls and our bodies to reside in. Um, this is a very spiritual thing for some people because a lot of people will be left behind. The Bible says that during what they call the rapture, that a lot of people will be left behind, and this is basically uh, what's happening now. People are being left behind in the old world because they are so negative that they cannot evolve into a more positive person. They're sort of stuck on that wheel of karma going around and not getting anywhere, where we are leaving the good souls, the people that have learned their lessons and understood and treated mankind better, that have good souls that are full of light. We're the ones that are being lightened, and we're being lifted up to enter into the new world that we're creating as we speak. Your spirit is being called by these no king protests. The spirit is being called to fight injustice everywhere you see it. No doubt about it. Your soul, the souls of all the ancestors that have passed, and that includes all your recent deaths, everybody that's passed over into the spirit world, they are pushing us, they're activating us. Right now, especially around Halloween, the veil is going to be thinning and we'll be able to communicate with our souls. And they are telling us that it's time to fight, it's time to stand up and be counted, that it's time now to save our world from the old negative world. We have to separate ourselves. The negative world has to go away, and we move on in the positive world. Um, the souls of the dead are calling us to action. Don't you feel it in your bones? I do. It's just a great feeling to have, to know that what is going on in the world, all these things that are happening in the world with the United States and Donald Trump and the Republican Party, none of that matters because that's the old world. We're going into the new world and where we need to be. The souls of our dead are calling us to action for sure. Uh, the end to the old earth, the beginning of the new earth is happening right now as we speak. It's a very spiritual message that I bring to you today. And I hope everyone understands what I am talking about, because a lot of people, they don't grasp the concept. And luckily enough, I have studied and I've researched a lot of about this old world and the entering into the new world. And it comes in different forms in different religions, but basically it's saying the same thing. Prepare yourself to enter into the new, more positive world, so you can live a happy and joyous life. And that's why my channel exists today, because I am here to make that burden of transition easier for everyone. I want to discuss many, many different topics, and I have already discussed many topics on different subjects. It can be anything from spirituality to how to downsize, how to take care of yourself, how to improve your health so you'll be able to live longer. There's just so many things to talk about, and my channel will bring that to you. If you're at all interested in what's happening in the world, uh, how to improve your health, how to be happy and more joyous in life, how to bring your spirit to the surface, to where you can feel your spirit being happy and joyous and guiding you in the right way, guiding you to the right path, staying on that yellow brick road that Dorothy was on. Uh, and eventually it will bring you where? It will bring you home. Home, your original home. I'm not talking about anything physical here on this planet. I'm talking once you die and pass away, it will take you back to your home, your heavenly home, as the Christians call it. Um, I am so happy to have been able to talk to you today a little bit about religion. I don't like to drag on and on and on, but I think it's important for us to discuss things that are very spiritual in nature, because when you look at nature, you see God's plan, you see spirituality. Just take time out to look at a flower and how it's formed geometrically. You know, look to the magic that's inside of you, that you have buried deep down in your inside and not let out. You need to let that magical moment come out to where you can start enjoying life and loving people, loving life, loving plants and animals, because everything on this planet was created for your enjoyment, for your pleasure. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great decade to be alive. So lift up your spirits and don't let what's going on in the world faze you one bit. Stay on the short and narrow path that you need to be on. Research stuff, read books, drink herbal teas. That everything that I talk about will help you get to where you need to be spiritually. And I love you all. Always remember to like my channel, share it with your friends. Go ahead and put a comment down. If you want a prayer request, I pray. There's a full moon coming up the first week of November, which I'm going to have a little bit of a ritual outside where I will burn my sage and burn all the prayer requests that I have coming in. Uh, it's a great time to be alive. Remember, we're heading into the winter season. It's a time of reflection, a time of prayer, a time of reevaluating your life and what is really important to you in life. Remember that life is meant to be lived. It's God has created such a beautiful planet for us to reside on, and we need to defeat negativity. We need to see more positively. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your elders. Support the political party that's going to help you out more. And to me, that is so important. That's why I'm a pagan. That's why I'm a Democrat. I am uh, always looking for better ways to serve people, to make them happy, to bring information to you that you can utilize in your daily lives. This is my channel. Again, I love you. And guess what? It's time for me to go. I want to continue on, but I have to go because this video is coming up on almost 20 minutes. That's a pretty lengthy video. Don't forget to subscribe at the end, because it helps this old grandpa out so much by just you subscribing to my channel, so you will see all the future channels all the future videos that I will be creating for you. I'm a YouTube creator, and I'm going to continue on my progress. My channel grows every day. It grows more and more and more. And one day I'm going to be able to be blessing many, many people in the world through this YouTube channel by your support. Bye bye. Blessed be. And guess what? See you next time. Bye bye.